Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Let me get my notes here all together, a little disheveled, but we always bounce back. Got another great show tonight. Got to read some of the underwriters first, then we'll get right to it. We have just a few tonight. We got MDI Auto Brokers in Whitman, home of the fully certified used car. We got something for your dust, home accents and unique gifts in Plymouth. We got Smoke and Ashes Tobacco Company, corporate office in Abington, locations and stores in Abington, Hanson, Hanover, Pembroke, Weymouth, and Whitman. And we got Dave's Automotive in Hanson. And on that note, we're going to introduce my guest tonight and have an awesome show. So tonight I have a young man from Fall River, Massachusetts. He's an actor. I found out he's also a politician. He ran for the mayor of that wonderful city. This is Ron Cabral.
How you doing, Mr. Harrison?
Mr. Harrison Young, good to meet you, Ron. Good to have you on the show. He's been in a bunch of films. He's also an artist. He drew some pretty cool stuff that I got to look at. If he wants to show some of it, we certainly can. If not, you know, he might refer to where people can see it. But basically, we're going to talk about what he's done in films, and if he wants to talk about his, his aspirations for politics in Fall River, which, if you guys have been watching the news lately, it's been quite a ride for their current mayor, and I think he ran against him last year. And we'll talk about that, but in the meantime, we're just going to go with his acting and his history. So Ron, thanks for coming in and being on Topic Time. And let's go. All right, so what we do with as I do with all my guests, is we got to try and find out about what they were like, how they got to be where they're at now. You grew up in the city of Fall River, correct?
Yes, sir.
You lived there your whole life. You're still there now.
Yep.
And so how was it that you started in acting? Where were you? How young were you, and what brought it on?
Well, it was 2007.
Okay, which isn't that long ago, really.
It was an ad in the Boston Herald.
Okay.
I called
for what?
For the Game Plan.
That's a TV. That's a film, right?
Film, the Disney movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yep.
And I called up, and I put that in paper. I called up. They said, "Congratulations, you're in the movie. Show up on the scene." That's great. So we went up. And I've been working for Factory Terror. I worked for Spooky World.
Okay.
I did acting, and I guess it's my new career now, and it's a big honor for me to be on the show today.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you here. So how many films? So you've done how many films? Major films?
Well, I did Ice. It's another independent movie.
Okay.
Right now I'm doing with Joseph Oliveira.
Yep, my old pal Joe.
I'm doing
great Topic Time guest, great author.
We're doing Midnight Butterflies.
Okay.
It's based out of a book that he made.
Yep.
And it's an honor for me to be assistant producer. Plus, I'm playing one of the main actors. I'm playing Hogan.
You're playing who?
Hogan. It's one of the actors in the movie.
All right, talk about Hogan. What's Hogan's character like?
It's a cop.
Okay.
So I'm playing a cop in this one.
Cool. Okay. And as a matter of fact, from what you told me, you sort of had a job as a security guard at Gillette for the Patriots.
Yeah, I had a job there, and when I ran for mayor in 2014, I gave up my job because there's a recall election.
Okay.
So I gave up my job to go above and beyond to run for mayor in the recall.
Okay. Why did you want to run for mayor? What were your aspirations to do in doing so?
To make our city a better place to live and raise a family.
Okay. Now, as far as family is concerned, you don't have any children at this time, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, but you do have family in Fall River, and I'm sure that a lot of them. And you mentioned you had a godchild.
Yeah, a goddaughter. Yeah.
A goddaughter. So obviously, and she lives in Fall River too.
Yes.
So you want a better life for her and all the people and in her age group and stuff, and that makes sense. And you obviously had a pretty good vision about what the future should look like.
Exactly.
And
when I ran for city council, my theme was focus on our future.
Okay, as it always is. And you still must be pretty happy living in Fall River. You're still there, and I know it's got its problems.
My father raised me to be for the leadership and the responsibility.
Right.
And stay in my hometown where I was born and raised. After I graduated from high school, I didn't get up and leave. I stood in my hometown.
Okay.
And that's why I want to stay in the city of Fall River.
Right, okay.
Maybe in the future, doesn't work out, I'll probably move. You never know. So my career's in acting now. So.
Okay. Well, your career's in acting. So let's figure out where the transition is now. I mean, your career's in acting, meaning that you're always involved in film projects. And did you do any producing too?
No, it's my first assistant producer this year.
Okay, so let's talk about that. We just started 2019. What exactly does that mean? You're an assistant producer. What are you assistant producing?
Well, Midnight Butterflies. Joe asked me
that's
to
Joe's
help him
show.
out.
Yeah, Joe's film. He wrote that, right?
Yeah, he wrote
the book.
Yeah.
Okay. So as an assistant producer, what do you do? What are your duties here? Let's explain. Let's enlighten us.
My duties is to work behind the camera, working with new talent.
Okay.
Are
you an actor in the film too?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
So I want to help them out the best way I can.
Right.
And with my leadership that I learned at BCC.
Okay.
I did TV studio. I did TV classes at Bristol Community College.
You taught them?
No, I didn't teach them. I didn't teach. I did those classes that we had to take. And
you said Bristol?
Bristol Community College.
Okay. And what did you major in at Bristol? And that's also in Fall River.
Computers, information systems.
Okay. And when were you at Bristol? When were you a student there?
99 to 2005.
Okay. So you were already out. You'd already been out of high school quite a few years before you. Yeah. But you were there for a long time. You were there for 6 years. Why 6 years? Why isn't it usually a 4-year college?
Well, 4-year college, but I took time because I worked.
Right.
I worked for Family Dollar Corporation.
Okay.
I worked there for a while, and I went back to college.
Okay.
To make me a better, probably get a better job. That's why I went back to college.
In terms of what you're doing now with Joe, are you on set a lot for the film? I mean,
I hope so. But it's all we're hiring non-union workers right now.
What for the film?
For the film.
Okay.
We want to make it more productive in our community. But I'm not going to say the locations yet because it's still in progress.
I understand that, but where are you holding auditions yet?
Well, we are on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Midnight Butterflies.
Yeah.
You can like the page on Facebook.
Okay. But in terms of do you have like locations where you set up for people to come and audition?
Well, you send Joe Oliver.
Or you send them like people send the headshots and stuff?
Yeah, headshots, yeah.
So do you guys decide whether people are going to be on based on the headshots, or do you actually have them come in and audition?
Well, he's doing all the auditions right now.
He is, but are you involved in that too? Or
no, he is. He's the head producer.
Right.
So he's doing all the information right now, and I call him up on a daily basis and see how it's going on.
Okay. And so when do you think he's going to be ready to start shooting?
Well, hopefully, he said maybe by April. It depends on the weather.
Okay. Is this going to be a full-length feature?
Yeah, it should be out by 2020.
I guess. Oh, wow. That's a while. So I assume a lot of the shots are going to be outdoors.
Yes.
Okay.
And like inside place too.
Okay. Right. But I mean, obviously, if he wants to have good weather first before
Yeah.
So that makes sense that if it's outside stuff that he'd want good weather. All right. So if it's going to be a big film, how many regular cast members is he looking for? I may have seen it on Facebook.
Probably, I last checked, it was like 13 to 20, I think, so far.
Okay.
Fully cast members.
Right. Okay. Is it all? You're not going to give the location where you're shooting it, or is that?
Not right now.
Not right
it's
now.
Too early because once you get a location, because when I was doing Jungle Land this past last year,
a
lot of people came and they're all over and they want to be on us, and we're actors. We have to do our job.
Right.
And that's why we didn't want a lot of people around us right now. We have to get everything. We have to get by the state.
Right. You have to get your spaces. You have to get your priorities in order.
Yeah.
All your ducks in a row, so to speak, not to be too cliche-ish, and you want to make sure that that people know there's a film being shot. They might tend to flock toward it and ruin the production.
Yeah.
I understand. That makes perfect sense. So talk about that film last year that you just mentioned.
Well, Jungle Land. It was a.
Is that Joe's project too?
No, we're good. We're good we're good friends.
Yeah.
And I told him to come down to the location in Fall River, the public next to down north.
Okay.
And I put my headshot in, and they called me up, and to be on the set the next day, and I was on set for a couple of days.
Wow. Okay. What did you do? What was your role?
It was a fight scene.
Okay.
So,
you were talking about that. So were you fighting somebody, or were you?
No, I was just standing there being a high roller.
Okay.
So.
Was this a film about a fight? Like
a fight, yeah. It's about
boxer.
Boxer, yeah.
Okay. Kind of like Mickey Ward, but was this a true story?
Yeah, I guess it's based out of. It's a London. Based out of. London, out of British movie. So it's all like British. So it's all like back. If you go, they have it on website, so you can just go check it out. It's not out yet, but it should be out by probably October, they said.
Okay, so did you have to like fake a British accent?
No, just
Okay,
I was still there, and there was a fight scene, and I was on Lion side. I was on.
Was it supposed to take place in England? Is that it?
Yeah, but it did scene in Fall River, so
okay,
like Fall River, New Bedford, and local areas.
So basically, it was based loosely on an English thing, an English situation, a British event, but it took place.
Yeah, they're all British actors. It's
right.
Max Winkler.
So you had British. All right, Max Winkler. That's Henry Winkler's son, and you worked with him.
Yeah.
Well, talk about him a little bit. You mentioned he was a really good guy. I've never.
Well, he's a good guy, and you know.
I mean, how old is he now?
Well,
you know, rough, just ballpark it. Is he a
Max,
teenager, or is he older?
Well, he's probably later. About 30s.
Yeah, because Henry Winkler's in his 70s. So
it must be like his 40s, 30s, I'm not really sure. But they were really good people. It was an honor for me to be in this movie.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
And I...
Did you meet Henry as well?
No, Henry Winkler was not around.
He wasn't there.
But his son was there.
Yeah.
And he gave me a thumbs up.
Cool.
And on the scene, he called me the boss.
There you go. Wow.
So, and it's funny when you see people in your hometown, you were born and raised.
Right.
And you see... you're in a movie and you walk down the parade routes in Fall River, especially the Christmas parade we had this year.
Right.
And I'm walking down as a celebrity in my hometown, but I'm not a celebrity. It's all about what I did in my past and what I accomplished.
Right, of course.
I worked hard for this. I didn't learn it, and I learned it, and I'm proud.
You should be.
To be a Fall River resident.
Okay. Okay, that's great. How do you feel that your experience at Bristol helped you in your film career? Did you have any experience doing any films there?
Well, we did a couple of tapings. I helped out a TV studio. I did some classes. Like it's like you can take them up. Like it was like it was like meetings that you had to go to, like meetings like programs they had.
Okay.
So I did like.
So basically, I mean, you majored in computer science, but you also worked in acting too.
Yeah.
At Bristol. So and you already knew going in even before you started Bristol that you wanted to do acting because you well, wait a minute. You started there and
I did film. I did behind the cameras, so that's what I did.
Okay, so you were just behind it. So your first actual acting. Let me think this through. You went to Bristol from 1999 to 2006, right?
Yeah, 2004. Yeah.
2004. All right. So you didn't actually start, your first acting gig was in 2007, so this just preceded that.
Yeah.
So when you were doing Bristol, you really didn't even know you'd be doing acting at that time. No. Oh, obviously everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Now, in terms of like film stuff, have you ever written anything?
Well, no, I do a lot of writing. I like to write.
Okay, what do you like to write?
Well, I wrote my speeches when I ran for camp.
That's true, yeah, your speeches.
So I have a lot of people that supported me.
Right.
They wanted me to know if I was running this year, and I'm not running.
You're not running this year, but you're thinking you may in the next year or two. Yeah. Wow. What about the possibility of doing a film documentary about the political scene in Fall River? That might be kind of cool.
It might be. Maybe another film in the future.
No, I'm saying, well, you and Joe ought to get together. I'm just thinking, I'd like to give ideas to my guests that will, help benefit them, and that sounds like it would be great. I mean, so much in the news now about the current mayor and the stuff going on with him. And from what you tell me, this, you got about 9 wards there? 8 wards?
Yes, it's we have 9 city councilors.
Wow, that's incredible. And
now it's election year coming up.
It's such a great city for ethnicity. It's a highly Portuguese population.
Yes.
And I had a guy that was on my show. You may know him, Manny Soares. He was on in December at the other station. And I think he's also, he's either from there or New Bedford. He's from one of those cities, but he's a Portuguese American, and he kind of talked about what that's like and how important it is, how important life is for the basically for Portuguese ethnicity. It's kind of a part of the tradition. I guess that bodes is right for you too, correct? And your family, obviously, you're big in family stuff. And
my grandfather, on my father's side, he played in the band, the Santa Cruz band, in the city of Fall River.
Okay.
And that was a big band. They're no longer around no more.
Okay.
It was a big honor for me. And when I was a kid,
because he played in the band.
My grandfather played in the band.
Yep.
In various bands in the city. And I had some Holy Ghosters that my father loved. And it was an honor for me to have it in my house to help the people. It's a Holy Ghost my father loved.
Sure, there you go. No, it's
and now it's like I can't even walk down the street because people know me.
Well, that's good.
But it's
they like you, don't they?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I was going to work yesterday, and somebody, you're running for mayor. I'm like, no.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay. Well, you must have gone around doing a lot of handshaking during the time you were running.
Like spread the word and.
Yeah. What about, speaking of music, have you ever done any music yourself? Played, sing, whatever?
Well,
any instrument, singing?
No, I was in chorus when I was in elementary school.
Okay, me too, kind of.
I did a lot. I did a lot in the community, but it's all about helping the community.
You did a lot of which?
I do a lot in the community.
Okay, not musical.
I'm a former member of Habitat for Humanity. I belong to the Cambodian American Rescue Organization right now.
Okay.
I'm a board member right now. And it's all about the community that I love.
There you go. And you said you've also been involved in the parades too.
Well, yeah, I do.
You got to have rhythm to march in the parades, right?
Well, yeah, I'm an honor guard for AMVETS Post 60.
Yeah.
And I've been a member for 4 years now.
Okay.
So I'm second vice president for the Sons of AMVETS Post 60.
Okay. Have you ever done any traveling for your acting? In other words, like besides outside Fall River? I mean, like outside New England or New York, L.A.
When I did Daddy's Home 2,
yeah,
we had to go to Lawrence.
Okay.
Daddy's Home 2 in 2017.
With Adam Sandler.
Did you work? No, it was where Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that was right. I'm thinking of
Mark Wahlberg.
Did you work directly with him and those guys?
Yeah, I was there on the set for 3 days.
Okay.
So I did the last part of the movie when right next to the scene when the guy said, "I stand alone."
Wow.
It was like a 4-minute thing. So it was a big opportunity for me.
Of course it was.
On my mom's birthday. So
Okay.
I remember when John Legault came down in the morning and said, "Good morning, my friends."
Wow.
So it was a big honor for me.
Of course it was, yeah. I know. I worked with Scorsese on Shutter Island. He worked directly with him. And I got fired by Spielberg in my first film, Amistad, in 1997. Now, you claim that you had some kind of a connection with that, too, Amistad, or you know something?
No, I know. I saw it. I must have saw the movie. I saw it on DVD.
Oh, you did? Okay. And now, yeah, so I started doing films in 97. You started in 07. So basically, what I'd like you to do, if you could, is to just basically give a little synopsis of every project that you can remember that you've been in already, aside from the ones you just mentioned.
Well, I've been in Eyes.
What was that? Just already talk about it a little bit.
Well, Eyes is about an Alzheimer's patient.
Is that Eyes spelled with an I?
E-Y.
Just like Eyes, right?
Yeah, Eyes.
Okay, gotcha. And that was about what?
I was a hospital guest, so it was about, I was sitting in the hospital.
You were a hospital guest?
A hospital guest. I was sitting.
You were visiting someone in the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just sat there reading a magazine.
Okay.
And I did it for like 1 day.
Okay.
And I met some awesome friends on my amazing journey.
Oh, yeah. You got what?
I met some amazing friends on my journey.
That's good. Yeah, they always do. And what other ones did you do?
I did Eyes. I did Indiana James movie.
You did which?
Indiana James on the battleship back in 2012.
Okay.
It's on YouTube. You're going to fly the set at Battleship Cove.
Okay.
I was a sailor on that one.
Okay. Did you say, was that Kevin James?
Indiana James.
Oh, Indiana James.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that the name of the film?
Indiana James, The Last Shake of the Salt. It's on YouTube, so.
Okay.
I'll share the link after, so.
Okay, that's cool. All right, and what other ones?
I played Andrew Borden.
All right, the Lizzie Borden story.
Yeah,
that's a big one. Was that a film or a play?
It's a reenactment. We do it every
a reaction. What does that mean?
August 4th. It's a reenactment. We do
like
the
a reenactment.
Yeah. I played 125th anniversary.
Yep.
I played Andrew Borden.
Okay.
And the year before, I played a detective.
Okay, cool.
Because every year it varies.
How many years have you done that reenactment?
I did it for three times.
And you played something different each time?
I did 2 years. I did Andrew Borden.
Okay.
And 1 year I played a detective.
So basically, when you played that was Lizzie's father.
Yes.
So when you played Andrew Borden, you got killed. You got bludgeoned, but nobody saw who did it. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. They saw the before and then the after.
Yeah.
Okay. How did they? Being that I'm not from Fall River, I pretty much know the story. So how did they like transition the time between when you were alive and your wife, or as Andrew Borden, Mr. and Mrs. Borden, and when they were not alive, when they were killed? How did they switch that? How did they do that? I mean, how did they reenact it in such a way so that people would wonder what's going on in between? You know what I'm saying? Nobody saw the actual crime occur.
Well, what we do is we have a script.
Right.
All the actors have a script.
Yes.
So we all go put up. I have to lay on the couch. I don't say nothing. I don't breathe. I play a dead body.
Right.
But it's fun because we have people from all over the world coming to see this.
So you've had different people from all outside of Fall River come and reenact as well.
Yeah.
So do you have like certain specific roles that are, the close to home ones, and then the outsiders, like the people that might have come back in the 19th century when it was covered? There were media people. It was a big, it was a national story. So they probably have literally newspaper people from all over the world come to visit the Fall River.
Yeah, that's what they usually do.
Right, it was the trial of the century.
Yeah.
Just like the O.J. trial was the trial of the 20th century, about 100 years later. So I understand. So even back in the 19th century.
And every year, excuse me, but every year it gets sold out.
Oh, sure.
So you have to buy your ticket.
Where do you have where do you do the reenactment at
we do it at 2nd Street.
That's where she lived.
92nd Street.
Wow. So basically, the home is a tribute to it's like a museum style landmark for people to come and see. So basically, people from all over the world come and visit Lizzie Borden's house.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? And that's where you do the reenactment.
Yeah, we do it every August 4th sometimes.
Every August 4th, which was the day she was tried.
Yeah.
And acquitted, I guess. Wow. I think in 1893. I know the trial lasted from like 1890. The murders occurred in 1892. The trial ended up in 1893. I guess that's when it ended. So it didn't take long. It took less time than the O.J. trial. That took probably a little longer. All right. So here we are in early 2019. Besides Joe's project, what do you look to be doing after that?
Well, hopefully your show will.
Oh, you're doing my show, yeah. But I mean, after that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not my career. I like this. I love doing this.
Okay.
And hopefully I will succeed in this. And
are you on Boston Casting mailing list?
I'm on Boston Casting. I'm on Slate Casting. I'm on Project Casting. I get emails every day.
Sure. Okay.
And you never know. I get that phone call. I have to go somewhere.
Have you ever been summoned by any of these people? Besides, Boston Cat. Did they get you that role in Lawrence? Any of the big casting companies get you the roles that you were talking about?
Oh yeah, because I did a couple years ago. I went to New York and
with Max Winkler.
Well, maybe this.
What did you do in New York? Talk about that.
Well, I went for an open casting call for Actors Rep.
Okay.
And I did audition up there.
New York City, right?
New York City.
Okay.
You never know. It's all about the emails today. That's all how we communicate now.
Exactly. So you were emailed by Boston Casting to go down there?
Yeah, but it was an ad in the Boston Herald, and I called up and.
Yeah, but that was in 2007. I'm talking about more.
Well, now
the New York thing was something.
When I did Daddy's Home 2, I emailed Slate Casting.
Right.
And that's how I.
So they got you in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So you.
I got a call at work when I got the phone call to be at the set.
That must have been great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I couldn't answer my phone at work, so.
Right. What you want to talk about that? What you do? If it's up to you.
It's all right, but I'm out there every single day. The kids love me.
You're an outdoor. Your kids love you. What do you do? Yeah,
I cross the kids.
Oh, you're a crossing guard.
Crossing guard. I've been doing it for almost 12 years now.
Okay, that's a big job.
Oh,
you get a lot of kids. I'm sure you get a lot of kids going to school.
But I give all our. I'm not talking. I have a good boss.
Okay.
And I give a lot of credit. And I'm out there every single day.
No matter what the weather.
No matter what the weather is. But I'm out there.
But that's only during. What about like during the summer? You have off, right?
Well, I just look around for a part-time job. But I'm in the movie career now, so you never know when the movie sets. And now I'm doing this production right now.
Okay.
And hopefully it's just successful.
Okay. Now when you talk about writing, what did you say? You wrote stuff. You wrote political speeches. But have you ever just tried to, the idea of possibly writing your own script?
Yeah, maybe. Probably will.
Okay, that might be kind of cool. And then, because a lot of people know you, and they figure out, they can figure out what you've done already, and maybe they know that you'll be admired and respected. As someone who converts from being a politician to being an actor, and you're a very multifaceted guy. You have a crossing guard. Yeah. You obviously talk to a lot of people, and you make friends easily.
Oh yeah, it's
that's huge.
Now they're calling me Hollywood now, so.
There you go. You're the Hollywood man, and you've been written up in any of the papers in town. You were on a TV show. Also, talk about the other TV shows you were on, and then we're going to wrap the show up.
Well, The Game Plan.
Yep.
I did Factory of Terror. I was in the Boston Providence Journal back in 2005.
Okay.
I did with the Spooky World. That was back in 2002.
Where was that?
Up in Foxborough.
Okay.
Before they built the
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's about it. You can go on my IMDb page and check out.
Your IMDb page is great. It's very, and you're going to have another credit for the show tonight,
Thank you,
show. Well, all right. So we're under 5 minutes now. What I want you to do is to give some shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because a lot of them are going to see it. Look at the camera with a red light, and just say hi to your girlfriend or whoever, your family, your parent, whoever's out there you want to talk to, and then we'll wrap the show up. friends, even Joe, of course. You know.
All right, I want to thank Area 51 Studios.
58.
58.
Isn't it 58? It's 58.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But I'll give you the opportunity for being here today. It's an honor and privilege to be on the Harrison Young Show.
Thank you.
And for my fans, it's a big opportunity for me to be here today. I'll post a video as soon as I get it, and you can visit my IMDb page, and hopefully, well, my maiden production of Midnight Butterflies with my friend Joseph Oliveira will be a good production this year, and I can't wait for it to come on, be out pretty soon. So you can look for me on IMDb, or you can visit my Facebook page. It's Ron Cabral. And thank you for the opportunity for being here today.
Okay, thank you. You were an awesome guest. I'm just curious. Now, when we were driving back from Fall River, we saw some, mayoral candidate signs. When you do yours, do you put your picture up? That might not be a bad idea.
Well, when I had signs, I only put I didn't put my pictures on signs. I ran for.
It might give you an edge now if you decide to run again in 2021.
I probably will put my picture on. You know?
Yeah, it's probably a great idea. I mean, most mayoral candidates don't do that. But
well, it's a new technology now, so everybody's putting their pictures on there, so you know who the candidate is.
Well, the guy that we saw today, the sign we saw, he didn't have his picture up, did he?
Right.
Yeah, you know most of the people that are running. You're friends with them, which is good. Yeah. So there's not much trash talking going on between the.
Well, not right now. It's so early. It's like
early.
You know how it is. But I want to clean campaign season.
Of course.
It doesn't matter. I was at an event last night.
Okay.
But it's all about the community that I love.
Well, there you go. Okay, he loves the community. He loves Fall River, and it's a great city. And you can check him out. Walking in the park. What did you say the name of the park was?
Ruggles Park.
What is it?
Ruggles.
Reynolds Park.
Ruggles.
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 Ruggles, like Uggles with Ruggles?
Ruggles.
That's what I thought you said. Just curious. We're going to wrap it up. Who did they name the park after? Do you know?
It was a Homestead Park.
Okay.
Ruggles Park is a big park in my neighborhood.
Love the name. I've never heard of it until today. All right, folks. On that note, we're going to wrap up this great episode of Topic Time. See you next time. Have a good one. Take care. That's a wrap. So